Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to Indaba, Africa. This particular video is for South Africans. I want to send a thanks, and then I want to ask South Africans that can do me a major favor. So, to South Africans, Dumela, South Africa, Sawubona, South Africa, and Hoyadak. Well, first off, today, May 31st, the year 2020, I want to say my profound thank you, South Africa, for producing a visionary of the caliber of Elon Musk. Yes, this gentleman right here who cannot contain his joy after the successful Falcon 9 rocket carried the Crew Dragon capsule into space with U.S. NASA astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley. Yep, there you go. Look at it. Musk just can't contain himself, and with good reason. He has every right for jubilation. And so I thank South Africa for producing one of your favorite sons who came to America and took great advantage of all that was here and afforded to him and used his intellect and his vision to found SpaceX and to reach this stage today, 18 years after the company's founded. Elon Musk overcome with emotion after SpaceX's first astronaut launch. You be too when 18 years of work pays off like this, says the news article. SpaceX founder Elon Musk was choked up with emotion after his company successfully launched astronauts to space for the first time on Saturday, May 30th. Musk was quoted as saying, "I'm really quite overcome with emotion on this day, so it's kind of hard to talk, frankly. It's been 18 years working towards this goal, so it's hard to believe that it's happened. But by successfully launching the Crew Dragon spacecraft with astronauts on board for the first time into space, SpaceX became the first private company to launch astronauts for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA. Quite a historic achievement, and it becomes the first manned space flight on U.S. soil since 2011 when the Space Shuttle program was retired." Musk further said, "I think this is something that's particularly important in the United States, but appeals to everyone throughout the world who has within them the spirit of exploration." I agree wholeheartedly with Elon Musk. "This is something that I think humanity should be excited about, proud of occurring on this day." And I agree, absolutely. If you watch the live stream with me, which we covered the launch, which was historic, emotional, amazing, something else, fabelhaft, as we'd say in German, alles gezeichnet. It was simply amazing. Fantastic. Thank you, Elon Musk. Thank you, SpaceX and your 8,000 employees. And thank you, NASA and President Trump for bringing the United States back into the era of manned spaceflight. Fantastic that we're doing this. It's nice to have amazing things like the New Horizons mission to Pluto, which is now well beyond Pluto, heading out of the solar system. That's quite amazing, but manned spaceflight is what gets us all excited. So thank you, South Africa. By the same token, could you do me a favor now? Could you possibly take this guy back? That's right, one Trevor Noah, posing as a comedian to get his permanent residency here in this U.S. to be employed as a comedian, yet not being in the least bit funny. Trevor Noah is at it again, the latest being the most outrageous conduct, having tried to stomach his appearances on The Daily Show, which I found to be pedantic, tedious, and not in the least bit funny. In stark contrast to his comedic appearances in South Africa, in which he was actually funny. I found him to be very funny in South Africa. But in the U.S., he's just insulting and plays the role of race merchant on a consistent basis. So Comedy Central host Trevor Noah is defending the looting taking place in Minneapolis and other cities across America in reaction for the death of George Floyd, saying that black people are simply reacting to how they've been treated by society at large. He was quoted as saying that police are looting black bodies. While everyone is facing the battle against coronavirus, black people in America are still facing the battle against racism and coronavirus. Now, without backing this up with any sort of evidence, but of course, why would anybody in Hollywood ever present any evidence to make their case? Trevor Noah, the unfunny comedian, South Africa's worst export to America, is telling us that that's what's happening. Now, if you look at actually what's happening here in the country, you would find that people are suffering from coronavirus, primarily those who have an underlying condition. The African American community, which represents 13.5% of America's population, has abnormally high rates of hypertension, high blood pressure, and type 2 diabetes. All of those are consequences of lifestyle choices and the way that people live. Now, some of that can be attributed to poverty and poor diets, but a lot of it can contribute to other causes, which are personal decisions. Now, I'm not trying to simplify and say what's causing the situation here. Poverty certainly plays a role in access to health care. But at least I'm offering scientific explanations for what may or may not be happening in the black community in America when it comes to coronavirus. Whereas Trevor Noah is simply spouting off nonsense and offering no information and doing his best to play the role of race merchant and bifurcate the society. I find it distasteful, annoying. And I ask you, South Africa, could you please take him back? We'll pitch in for the flight. We'll be happy to come up with the rent for a nice accommodation for him somewhere in South Africa, even in Sandton, if he wants to live there. We'll work it out. Please take Trevor Noah back. Yeah. And by the way, once again, thank you for Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a gift to humanity, at least when he's not zolling on the radio. But when he's leading his corporations like Tesla and SpaceX, he certainly has his eye on the ball and is a change agent for the betterment of the world. So South Africa, thank you. I tip my cap to South Africa, and thank you for producing Elon Musk and for him coming to America and playing such a vital role in helping us get back into space with manned spaceflight. And please, please, please hear my call. Please heed my call. Take Trevor Noah back. He's not funny. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a production of the Indaba Africa Group. I hope that you found this video entertaining. It's really meant as a celebration of the successful launch of the Falcon 9 rocket carrying the Crew Dragon shuttle or space capsule into space with U.S. astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley on the Demo 2 mission, a joint NASA and SpaceX venture. The astronauts will be rendezvousing with the International Space Station in a matter of hours, and then once they've docked at the station, they'll be returning later on. In addition to their successful launch, the Falcon 9 rocket returned to the surface of the Earth and safely landed, proving the viability on a manned space flight of reusability of the Falcon 9 rocket. This is great news for reducing costs for the space program and for manned flight. Thank you, Elon Musk, and thank you, South Africa. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate this. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Leave any comments if you like, and I ask that you smash that like button down there if you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much, folks. Have a pleasant day.